Nomad Nation, you've got Godfather. I am 1/3 of your Nomad Gamers. So, it is Thirsty Thursday, and I know how we normally do things. But let's suspend that for just a minute. If you're out there and you are watching Godfather on Facebook, right down here, you're going to see my page. You're going to see the Nomad Gamers. We need your help. Thank you for watching us. However, give us a like and subscribe to us to where you get all of our new content. Now, if you're over watching us on Twitch live, thank you again. If you're not, you should. Head over to twitch.com, find the old Godfather, and you can watch every time that I start streaming any of the games that we're doing. So, I know I'm very excited tonight, guys. Very excited. So tonight, I told you guys on Talking Tuesday, and I told you guys on Wednesday's edition of the Nomad Gamers that I'd be bringing a guest. And that's exactly what I've done. So, with that, I almost screwed up before I introduce my guest. Woo! If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Right down here somewhere, you're going to see a subscribe button. Smash that thing. Hit it. Then hit that bell so every time we come live at you or we bring you recorded content, you're going to be the first to know. And also, just so Fireball gets off my ass, hit that little thumbs up, that like button for us. Give us a little bit of love. Give us some love on all of our social media pages. So, now that I've got all that out of the way, Godfather's starting to get a little thirsty. And it is Thirsty Thursday, so let's get our guest in here and let's get this show on the road. What is up, my brother?
What's up, brother? How's it going?
It's going pretty good. So, for everyone out there who doesn't know, this is Smiley. Smiley, say hi to the entire internet.
Hello, internet.
So, without further ado, because I'm thirsty as fuck, it's Thursday. This beer is definitely for you. You're not going to be able to see this off screen, but cheers to you, brother.
Cheers,
we made it a week. Okay, so Smiley, tell me a little bit about which one of the sporting games do you play?
I play quite a few of them, but I mainly play like NHL or Madden.
NHL or Madden?
Yeah, or college football now. But yeah.
College football. You know, I was so excited for that game to come out.
Yeah,
I was so excited for that game to come out. So let's just go with Madden first. You know, that's kind of like the granddaddy of football. I think before that you had Techno Bowl. Yeah, I'm showing my age out there. That's okay. Before that you had Techno Bowl. You had Super Techno Bowl, I think. And I think that was when Madden just started. And they were just getting into the mix of everything. But then it was like 2000, Madden just took over. Like, John Madden just absolutely destroyed all competition.
Yep.
I don't think there's a football game out there right now for pro besides Madden. Or at least I can't think of it. Did they have like a 2K24 or something?
Nope, not anymore. They're just Madden.
Just Madden.
Yep.
It took him a while, but he beat him.
Yep.
So tell me a little bit, what do you like about the new Madden? I guess it'd be 24 because we haven't seen 25 yet.
Yeah, a lot of the Maddens have all advanced to what they used to be: graphics, play calling, all the different stuff you can do. Anymore though, the Maddens are all kind of the same, but the rosters get updated.
They are.
So that's like I think that's the reason why a lot of people still continue to buy the new Maddens. You used to be able to just hit a button to connect with the receiver. Now you hit the button, you can make your receiver make the catch, aggressive, conservative, whatever.
Yes.
But I mean, I like the Maddens. I just like anybody else, I think just buy them just because the new updated rosters.
New updated rosters, and also, I know this was a big selling point for me. I believe it was 23 when they came out with with Las Vegas when the Raiders officially made their move.
Yeah.
So with the 2 new stadiums that came out, I know for me that was one of my big drawing points to it, because I'm going to tell you right now, their storyline is weak.
Yeah.
The storyline has been getting very, very weak. You're a washed up high school quarterback or whatever position you want to play, or wait, that was college.
Well, the Madden still does the same thing. Like you can start like as a college career and then enter the NFL draft and get drafted by a team, and then you get in practice reps to earn your job as a starter. So that storyline is like okay, it's all still kind of the same. Wish they would do like some things different, but
yeah, because the storyline isn't changing much. In fact, I'd be willing to say that the story is getting worse.
Yeah.
Like, if it hasn't plateaued, it's there already, and it might even be starting to go downhill. Yeah. And when you create a player on that game, I don't know about you, but the players are cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Like it is nothing out there, but it is hard to make a player that even tries to resemble you.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how much of MLB the show you play.
Not a whole lot, but I have played it before. It's a good game.
It is. San Diego Studios is doing a fine job with it. The thing I like about them is you can get onto your iPhone or your Galaxy or whatever tablet or whatever, and you can scan your face, and they put it on your player.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I got me. I'll have to show you after the episode, but I did it last year. Fireball showed me how to do it, and I was absolutely amazed. Huh. Like the only thing that sucks, and you'd be in the same boat as me, is I had to grab my beard and like tuck it in. Yeah. Because it was taking this and making I look like an egghead. Yeah. So, but let's get back to Madden though. I highly like how they made the quarterback receiver, how they made that better. The part I don't really enjoy is the defense. I still think they could do a little bit better on defense. I think they're trying to make it a little too lifelike. You got to hit like 3 buttons just to swim, or 3 buttons to spin.
Yeah,
and it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and college football ain't much better.
No, their gameplay is very much modeled to Madden's gameplay. Yeah. I like both those games a lot. I like football and everything, but I used to always just play as a D lineman, like if I was playing anybody in a match. But now I play like linebacker. You have just from stuff you pick up, and some of these guys who play these games are really, really good.
Oh my God!
The way they can move and make plays is phenomenal.
I was cruising through Twitch today, or not Twitch, TikTok, and I was watching. I don't even know what the guy's name was. There's like 4 of them, maybe 5 of them that I run across all the time. Mm-hmm. These dudes spend all day on Madden. Yeah. And you remember the Madden bus when they had that tournament going on?
Oh yeah.
And they would go from city to city, and if you lost, I never did find out if they just dropped your ass off and said, find your own way home.
No, I always wanted to be on that bus. I was never that good at Madden.
No.
It's a good show.
But it was kind of a twist between serious gaming, comedy, and a drama.
Yep.
You kind of had that whole thing in there. Yeah. And when they were talking about how they would game, I don't know if you did it. I know I did. I would try it out.
Yeah.
Like as soon as that episode was done, I'd be off to Madden, and I'd be like, "Ooh, let's see if this works." Yeah. And like when you're a running back, you don't boost your speed until you get through the line. Yeah. Once you sneak through the line, then you turn on the jets and go. Mm-hmm. And it worked. I'm like, I couldn't figure this out. I had to watch a TV show for this.
Yeah, that's where I got the playing the middle linebacker deal from, is the guys on TikTok and stuff like that. Just because you have more control and can control the crossing routes a lot better and better defense.
Yeah, when I play defense, I normally play one of the edge rushers, one of the defensive ends.
Yep.
And a couple of years ago, they had it pretty daggum good. Like, I thought the defense was going to start improving, and then the next year they just tore it down. Like, you went back to square one. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I don't get it. The other thing I didn't like, at least with 23, and I played 24 a little bit, and then college football came out, and I ain't going to lie to nobody. I kind of dropped Madden like a bad habit.
Yeah.
I hadn't had college football in, 10 years?
Right.
10, 11, 12, something like that. I think the last one that came out was NCAA 13.
Yeah, maybe.
It was either 12 or 13, one of those two. But I hadn't seen it for so long, and they had hyped the game up. So when it came out, I said, to hell with Madden, I'm going over to college football.
Yeah.
But the one thing I didn't like about Madden, they didn't have a score ticker.
Yeah.
So when you're in a pennant race, or I don't know if pennant's the right word for football, but if you're chasing another team, you have no idea what the hell they're doing or what's going on or which way the game's going to go. So, and then you couldn't see standings. That was the other thing. Now I remember what it was. You could not see standings. I searched all over that damn thing. There was no standings. And then until I went on the internet and looked it up, and I said, yep, there's no standings. You're not going to find them anywhere. Like, how do you bring out a game with no standings?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
I don't know if you ever picked up on that, but
I don't think I ever did. No.
when you're playing franchise,
yeah,
no, you can't find the standings anywhere.
They can now, so I don't know if that's something they changed.
That might have been 23 then. And like I said, I only played 24 for about maybe a week or two.
Yeah.
And then I dropped it. So we've been hinting at this game. And this game, I'm telling you right now, is going to get a whole bunch of talks. College football.
Oh, yes.
I loved how they rolled it out.
Yeah.
I absolutely love how they got the hype going before the game came out.
Yeah.
All they were doing was dropping different Power 5 teams and then telling you what they were rating them at. And you would have full-blown arguments on the internet over a team.
Yeah.
Remember when Alabama was, what were they in, like the 90s? Here, I can look that up. I think it might have been the 90s. What is that, College Football 25?
Yeah.
Okay. Alabama ratings and EA Sports College Football 25. They were ranked, it was 11 years of waiting. Oh, hell, they're not telling me right off the bat. They're giving me all the players. Come on, I don't want all the damn players. Well, hell, they ain't telling me. I think they were like in the 90s. And I remember everybody was talking about how they were overrated. And if you remember, they came out with like Florida State was in the 90s. Georgia was like in the upper 90s. But I can see that. They're the defending national champions.
Yeah.
And I forget who was runner up last year, but they didn't even get to 95.
It was
Washington. Yes, it was Washington. And they were like a 90. They weren't even a 95.
Yeah, the ranking system is a little messed up.
Yes.
college football is a very, very good game, especially for our generation who played a lot of it, and then all of a sudden it just stopped.
Uh-huh.
Then it finally came back. Everybody's all
Yes.
excited.
Yes.
So it's a huge win. I mean, I just hope they continue to make them from here on out. I mean,
I would hope so. I thought it was a good selling game.
I think we go back to when there was like the last college football game that came out had shit for graphics.
Yep.
They had no names of the players. They were just numbers. Like now there's names. The entrances they do per team. Like
Oh my God.
Florida Gators, my SEC team. Now like they show them walking through the locker room, tapping the gator on their way out. Like
Notre Dame
just
hitting their sign.
everything. I mean, just the entrances, how they include the mascots is incredible. I mean,
And then on top of that, they even add in traditions during the game, like the Iowa Way.
Yep. The Iowa Children's Hospital.
And I just thought that was so cool how here you have a game that is incorporating so much, along with the names, the entrances, the traditions during the game.
I think more people are playing college football than they are Madden.
I think so. I think you're correct.
I think because everybody, like I've been saying, Madden is the same game every year.
Every year it's cookie cutter.
Just adding the updated rosters to the new Maddens. And maybe they'll throw in a new sort of how the player can catch the ball or something like that. But the way
like a new
college
mechanic.
Football has done their storyline, brought everything back, made it better. They're blowing Madden out.
And every year you get a surprise team. So what I would like to see EA do is your 295s every year being your national champion and your runner-up.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody else who made the playoffs at a 90, and then, and then go from there.
Right.
Because historically speaking, whoever makes the playoffs, let's say this year, Oregon's in it.
Yeah.
Georgia's in it again, even though they're ranked number 12. They've kind of fumbled.
Yeah.
Alabama's in it. Your normal powerhouses are there, except for the Florida team.
Yeah.
I think Florida State ain't in. Mm-hmm. Florida State definitely ain't in. Miami's sitting there. I think they're ranked, number 8?
Yeah, I think Miami.
They're in the top 10.
Yeah, they're in the top 10 for sure.
Indiana has surprised everybody. So, looking to next year, I'm kind of hoping when they bring it out, because you always have to bring something new.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they kind of reorder the power rankings, because Colorado just signed a 5-star quarterback for next year. Because Shedeur and the other Sander, I guess they're going to be drafted this year. I don't know what the hell's going on with that.
Yeah.
But
Shedeur, Sander, whatever. Yeah.
And then here's the other thing of the game that irritates me, but it irritates me in real life too. And they brought it to the game. The goddamn rankings.
Yeah.
I was playing with Miami Hurricanes. Went undefeated. Number 1 in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Got to the college football playoffs.
Yep.
The bastards dropped me to like 8 or 9. Then I had a close game and they dropped me a couple more. And I'm like, a W is a W. So at least that part of the game is real life.
Yeah.
It models after how big of a fucking mess the CFP is.
Yeah, the 12-team playoff will be interesting this year for sure. I like it because it's just like any other, college, like any other football. Like it's any given Sunday, anybody can win, and
any given bowl,
the
underdog can win. And I'm hoping in 26, the game brings out the 12th playoff bracket as well.
Yeah,
and I think they will. I think that's I think that's a a good bet.
Yeah.
I haven't dabbled too much into player development or making my own player and trying to rise through the ranks of a program, but I have watched Fireball do it.
Yeah.
You have to keep your GPA up to a certain level. So, it's just clicking a button every now and again.
Yeah.
The part that I don't like about it, in MLB The Show fell into the same rut, where when you made a player, it took you forever to make it through the minors and up to the major league.
Yeah.
College football is the same way.
Yeah.
Because if you play that game traditionally, the way that you're supposed to, you're never going to be a starter. And some of these hardcore players, they play the college, the 4-year whatever for college.
Yeah.
And then they port that player over to Madden. Well, if you can't get it to be a starter and get some stats, what do you think they're going to be drafted as?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, you could. At least from when I did it, I created a player, and there's like select few teams where it'll be a starter, and that it says second string, this and that for college. But yeah, it's just very select few teams. I mean, it doesn't matter how good your high school stats were. So on the Talk College Football, I'm going to ask you,
Okay.
who's your pick to win the college football playoff?
Oregon.
Going to Oregon. You don't think they're going to lose?
Nope. I think they're going to run the table. That's a bold prediction right there.
They're good.
That's bold.
They're a good team.
But I think they're going to do it.
They've got the sickest jerseys, too.
Oh, my God. And now they're Big Ten?
Yeah.
Ooh, I can actually get behind them.
I think it's in Alabama or Texas.
Oh, man.
I don't like saying it.
No,
I
God.
don't like saying it.
I hope Alabama gets. I think the mock one came up as Alabama versus Notre Dame for the first round.
Could be.
And I don't ever say this either, but go Irish.
Alabama's a good team. So is Georgia. Georgia's a good team, but I
Yep.
don't like Carson Beck. I don't like him. I don't think he's a good quarterback.
No. But yeah, I think it's going to be either Georgia or Ohio State. I don't think anyone has anything for the Big Ten this year.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
And the game-
Oregon's a good team, but
And ironically enough, the game actually mirrors what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Like Oregon is a damn good game or a damn good team
Yeah.
in the game. Everyone who's in, except for one, they absolutely shit on Indiana in the game.
Yeah.
I think Indiana's like a 70-something.
yeah.
And here they are undefeated.
Yep.
Listen, I didn't check Saturday, but I think
Yeah,
they're still undefeated.
Yep.
But they were ranked like a 72, 71, 7.
Yeah.
They were somewhere in the 70s. They weren't up there that high. I think Iowa's a 73. Illinois is like a 71. Wisconsin is in the 70s. Ohio's in the, I think, mid 80s.
Yeah, Indiana is 10-0, and they are ranked 5th in the nation. They got a good chance, but there's
I mean, they got about as good of a chance as anybody.
everybody does.
It's ridiculous.
That's what I love about football is it could be anybody's day. You could be the best team in the nation, but a player has an off game that changes everything.
It does. It really does. By the way, whoever's watching us on Twitch, thank you. I see you. If you want to leave us a comment, please do. You can join in on the conversation. But that's the one thing I do like about the college football is the game mirrors what the teams are doing right now.
Yeah.
And you got some disappointments out there.
Yeah.
You got people like Florida State who I don't know what the hell happened to them in real life this year, but in the game they're pretty decent.
Yeah, they're decent.
Yeah, they're decent. They're not a powerhouse, but they're decent.
No,
And then like the Florida Gators,
Yeah.
they're decent in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's happening this year with them.
Well,
I
as a Gator fan, I mean they've always had really good defenses, and like you said in the game, they're a pretty solid team to play with. But I mean, hopefully Billy Napier gets it under control and we get some good recruits. I mean, we just got 3 transfers the other day who originally committed to, I think, Georgia and a couple other schools, and so it's a good, the Swamp is, I mean, that's an awesome atmosphere to play in.
I'd love to go to a game at the Swamp. I really would.
Yeah, really get some pretty good killer football players out of that school.
Yeah, so I think EA Sports hit the nail on the head when they brought back college football back to the gamers.
And pretty soon people will stop buying Madden and just continue to buy.
And it's going to force Madden to get better.
Yeah, so
it really is. Because like I said before, the only downfall to EA Sports College Game Day 25 that I can see is when you make your own athlete. That's the only downfall I can see in the whole damn thing.
And the thing that's nice about the Dynasty with that game is you play, get up to that number 1, you go through the playoffs and everything, and then the next season, like, you're recruiting during the entire season, so you're just building your team for the future. And so it's like it makes you more involved with the game, not so much just like going through a franchise just like on Madden. You have to like put in the work to recruit players, get them to come to your school so you can continue your dynasty after that first year. Just keep growing and growing.
Recruitment is also weak in that game.
Yeah.
Recruitment is another very weak part of that game because you get 60 points, but to do anything, you're spending between 10 and 25 points per shot, and you can't do it again. So when you're in a recruiting fight with another school, there's times when you have shot your last round downrange, and all you can do is sit back and watch what you've worked so hard on slip away to another school. And it's like, why?
Yeah, it's just the way the world works too. That's what's crazy. But
they've made it easier to figure out what you're gonna need. They made it easier to they made it easier to recruit, but not the 5-star recruits. And on top of that, it's very confusing to upgrade your coach's prestige to where you can go after all the recruits. It might take you 2 or 3 years to get there to be able to do these 5 stars. And that's mainly why I ain't gonna lie to nobody out there, and I've told everyone out there the same thing. If I'm playing a role-playing game, or an MMO like Fallout, Starfield, Final Fantasy, any of those games there, and I beat it, then I turn it down to easy, I mod up, and I just go out and have fun. With college football, with Madden, with NHL, MLB, I don't care what sport it is. It could be NBA for all I care. I don't want to do that because there's no fun in beating a team 80-something to freaking 7. There's no fun. Then you're just going through the motions. But they kind of set you up to where you got to do that, because if you don't, then you don't get all those points that you need to upgrade your coach. Or to upgrade your team, or upgrade something to become one of those prestigious schools. And if you take over a prestigious school, that don't matter either, because you still can't recruit without being I forget what it is off the top of my head, but without being a prestigious coach. I kind of figured after a year or 2 of coaching and winning back-to-back natties, if you lead your team to a national championship in that game, you ought to prestige at least twice. At least 2 levels.
I agree.
Now, if you go back-to-back, it should be more. The more national championships you get, or the more conference titles you get, and maybe lose in the college playoffs, that should matter. You should get more experience for that. And in this game, there is no reward for coaching a team on normal to a Natty champion? There's none. There's no reason to. Besides, for that warm and fuzzy inside to go, I want a Natty champion.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's a video game.
Right.
But that's why people turn it down to easy to get all that.
Yeah.
So I like to give games a grade. And everybody out there who watches me week in, week out, I don't know who it is watching us now, but I'm pretty sure they were watching me last week too.
Okay.
But so everyone can kind of tell you, and if you look at my other videos, I fairly grade these games. And I had an episode about this about a month ago, about EA Sports and about sports games in general. Madden, for graphics, and you can agree or disagree with me, brother, but with graphics, I would say an A. I like the graphics. The stadiums look good. The players look good. The playing surface looks good. So I'd give it an A. When it comes to being interesting and having some meat behind it, I would probably give it a C because it's a cookie cutter.
Yep.
You're either playing with your favorite team or you're trying to chase an achievement to where you win a Super Bowl with all 31 teams or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's an achievement like that. There probably is. But you're at that point, you're just chasing achievements.
Yeah.
So I give it a C. As far as create your own player and go through their storyline, I give it an F.
Yeah.
So all in all, a C.
Yeah.
C minus.
I would agree. Yeah. Kind of agree with everything you said. The graphics are good. Gameplay's bleh. Same thing.
Yeah.
And then, the creative player is just not great. I'd say a C average for Madden is very fair.
Yeah, it's just an average game. It's just a cookie cutter game.
They're going to have to step their game up if they.
Oh, yes, they are.
Especially now.
Yes, sir. So for college football, graphics, again, I'd give it an A. If it didn't look like Madden, I'd have to downgrade it because we're on, I think, 7th generation of video game consoles. 7th or 8th, one of those two. So graphics better be damn good.
Yeah.
Gameplay, again, I give it an A because of the entrances, the traditions, the seeing them play like a champion today. I've never played with Florida State, so I don't know if they have the horse and the chief and the spear going in the ground. They do. Yeah. Oklahoma and Texas with their traditions. I have to give it an A because they have all of it in there.
Yeah.
To include I almost forgot about this. The one biggest disappointment with that game. I'll see if you have you ever played the Cyhawk game on that game?
Mm-hmm.
The Iowa State one?
I've never played that.
What's one of Florida? Does Florida play any? I don't know much about Florida, but does Florida play any games where they have a trophy at the end?
Yeah, the Florida and Georgia game, and that's played in Jacksonville, Florida. Well, up until next year, but trophy off.
And I'm sure you won.
Yeah.
Okay, and when you won, how'd that trophy look in that game?
I mean,
it wasn't there.
No, I had a trophy.
It's not there. You need to go back and look, brother. It ain't there.
Because they celebrated with the trophy.
They didn't with the Cyhawk.
Hmm.
And they didn't with Floyd the Pig. They didn't with the Lumberjack either.
I don't know.
Because I noticed that. I played with Iowa first.
Yeah.
And only because I wanted to experience that Iowa wave. There's some things about that Iowa does that nobody else does. I just wanted to experience it. So I went through the Cyhawk. These motherfuckers, they run over to the end zone. I think you see them pick up the trophy. Maybe. They might. It's been a while since I played.
Okay.
But at the very top, like right up. This is so hard sometimes. And I've been drinking beer. There we go. Just up here, it goes, congratulations, you've won the Cyhawk. There's no trophy room.
Hmm.
If you were to go back and play NCAA 13, you got a trophy room. If you won multiple national champions, it would have the national championship with an X2. It's nowhere in there.
I'll have to go back and look.
Yeah.
I'm currently playing a dynasty with the Fighting Illini right now. So
See, and that's another good one too.
Yeah.
And that's probably one of my biggest dings with it is they don't put enough on the rivalry games. Like here very soon, I'm gonna play that game, but I'm gonna play it with the Army Navy game. And I want to see what happens with that.
that would be interesting. Yeah.
But I kind of wish they put more emphasis on the trophy, the players getting excited about it, running to the fans, or all of them lined up singing their all not geez, I mean Christmas. I can't talk.
Alma Mater.
That's it. I kind of wish they would put more focus on that and not so much on, hey, you won.
Right. Yeah.
Any fan that's worth the weight in gold, that's the one game they're going to turn it down on easy just to kick the shit out of their rival.
Yeah. The thing I wish college football, and I don't know if they do or not, I just have never noticed it. I wish college football would include like the college game day and show like Pat McAfee's picks, Lee Corso's picks. Like, I don't think they do that in this.
No, they don't. And I think they did at one point in time during the old NCAA.
Yeah, so I want them to like bring that back where like Lee Corso throws on a mascot head or
Yeah.
something, and just like, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Even if they have to skew it for the higher ranked team.
Right.
They can do it.
Yeah.
I think that'd be an awesome addition to it.
Yeah.
So the other thing I don't agree with both college game day and Madden, and NHL's done it too. And MLB The Show doesn't do it either. So it might be a copyright issue, but I can't see how that would happen. Have you noticed none of the songs are there?
I haven't noticed that.
So on NHL, have they brought back the goal horns
Yeah.
and the songs?
Mm-hmm.
So they brought back Chelsea Dagger and
Chelsea Dagger for the Blackhawks, the greatest team in Chicago in NHL history ever.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm sure people out there won't, but I agree with you too.
Yeah.
But 16, 17, 18, and 19 didn't have it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I stopped playing after that because the whole thing about that game is you want to immerse yourself in your favorite team. I don't care what sports it is. It could be freaking golf for all I care.
Yeah.
You want to immerse yourself in whatever team or whatever traditions that they have. In baseball, it's Cubs, Cardinals.
Yep.
Yankees,
Red Sox.
Red Sox. Dodgers, Giants.
Yeah.
I'm sure the M's have somebody that they don't like.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Rockies have somebody they don't like. I just don't care about either one of them.
Right.
NHL's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But the Hawks, Blues.
Yeah.
I just don't think that any of these games are putting enough of an emphasis on the rivalry within all of these games.
Yeah.
I haven't played the newest NHL. The last one I played, I think, was 19, or maybe it was 20. It was one of them 2 years, and I was very disappointed again when there was no goal horn. Whatever year they stopped showing, they'd zoom into the city and you kind of go through the streets a little bit and come up,
Yeah.
and then crash into the stadium.
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember from that one, but that was a good one.
The year after that, they stopped doing that. That's when I stopped playing.
Yeah, they.
I'd love to get back in, but now that I know that the goal horns are back, I'm probably going to get back into it because I like that game. That game is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't like how they took out the soul of hockey.
Yeah.
Like Columbus. When Columbus scores, they have the AC/DC
Cannon.
song.
Oh.
The Cannons and then the AC/DC song right after it. Like I said before, when you play sports games, you want to play them because you know their fight song.
Yeah.
You know their goal song.
Yeah.
You know the song that they play after every victory on the baseball diamond.
Right.
You know everything about them.
Yeah.
So therefore, you want to immerse yourself in that.
Right.
The video games is a way to push out the world
Mm-hmm.
and just relax from everything and be able to put your head back on straight and then go about your business. But when you pay $60 for a game and they take out the essence of what you want, I can't see spending that kind of money on it.
Yeah.
So now that I know NHL is doing that again, I'm gonna have to check them back out.
Yeah.
That might be something I have to do here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, NHL's a good game. That's a really good game.
So
That's it's definitely one of my favorite games. Are we talking NHL now?
yeah, we can we can talk whatever you want,
I
brother.
will say what I don't like about NHL is that they don't like. I don't remember which NHL game it was, but they would have like the real cool entrances, like for the San Jose Sharks, for instance. They would come out underneath the shark, or like if you're the Vegas Golden Knights now, like at home, they don't do nothing cool. Like when you start a game, it just shows both teams skating around the ice, like the lights off, the strobes, whatever. Like, but they don't have anything cool like that. I wish they would incorporate more like walking out from the locker room, getting onto the ice.
I think 16 did that because you had cool, just like in real life, where they had all this stuff going on the ice and
Yeah.
and they had that little light show or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
They had it in 16.
Yeah.
So that might be something else that they dropped,
I think they probably did.
and that's unfortunate.
Yeah. They,
That's really, really, really unfortunate.
yeah, the way they've done it is, I don't like that they've stepped away from that. Other than that, though, the gameplay is really good. Like they make it more realistic. You control your shot. You get to check players into the bench.
Easier to fight now.
I mean, the fighting is still kind of the same. It's just the joystick and everything like that. But the game
used to be a pain in the ass.
the gameplay is really good. Gameplay is really good. The checks are good. It's definitely a lot more realistic. So,
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
I
Yeah.
wish they would incorporate the entrances better. I wish they would just like opening night, like introducing the players. Like I wish they'd do that cool stuff, but they don't. Whenever you start a game, it's just, for instance, Blackhawks and Blues skating on the ice at abstinence, but the be a player mode where you start out in like the KHL or wherever you start out, Lake Erie Otters, for instance. Then you get drafted in the NHL. They show you sitting down having interviews with teams, and you answer it with the most appropriate answers. So if you see a team you like, you obviously want to give the best answers. If it's a team you don't like, you don't want to give the best answers because you don't want to go there. So that, I will say, is really cool. Basically determine where you get drafted by. But I wish they would just do more with the entrances.
Yeah,
Same thing with Madden. Like I wish, and same thing with NHL. I wish they both would incorporate like more of like the players' outside life, like almost
Madden
sort of
used to do that.
Almost sort of like bringing in like a Sims type thing. Like, okay, so you played a game on Sunday for the football players. Now here's how you're prepping the rest of the week.
Yeah,
Like,
one of them did that, and it fell on his face. It was a sad, sad state of affairs. You had a calendar, and you played on Sunday, then you practiced on Monday, then you did this, and you went to a photo shoot, you went to this, you went to that, you went to whatever, and they dropped the ball on that too, brother. It was a great concept. Boy, Bush. I think they're getting a little too comfortable, and that's why I'm happy that college football came out, because now college football is going to push Madden.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to push the NHL.
Yeah.
The NBA, I believe, plays they have a game called 2K24 or something like that.
Yeah, that's what
because at the time, baseball used to have that too.
Yeah.
And then the show put them out of business.
And that's also like NBA, like there used to be NBA 2K like 9 and then be NBA Live 09. So it'd be two separate games with like different play style and stuff like that.
Yep.
Now it's just NBA 2K. You had this is old school NBA, but like NBA Jams.
Yep.
Like playing on the old arcade, like that was fun.
Oh hell, I'll go even further back than that. Bird versus Jordan, or Bird versus Johnson, or it was one of them three. Either Michael Jordan versus Larry Bird, or Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson, or one. It was a combination of one of them three. I don't remember which one off the top of my head. And then you had that other one. I think it was for the regular Nintendo. You would be shooting. It was like 3-on-3 ball.
Yeah.
It wasn't NBA. 3-on-3 ball, and then once you shot enough into the basket, the goddamn basket would catch on fire.
Yeah, that's NBA Jam.
Is that Jam?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a game right there, man.
That was
a game. I just can't get into basketball, man.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Me neither.
I can't, if I can't get into the real sport, then I'm not going to play it.
Yeah, I liked like when Kobe Bryant was still alive and like the older basketball games. Kobe Bryant, my favorite player. Jordan is the GOAT though, and then it's Kobe.
Yeah, you hear that, LeBron? Fuck off, Jordan, baby.
But I got a buddy Sabaz who he'll come over now and then, and like I play the new NBA games, but you can play with old school teams. So like that's the only reason why I play. Like if it was just like
my God,
today's NBA teams, I would not play. But like you could go from Pippen, Jordan, Kobe, Larry Bird, Paul Gasol. I mean, all the old school, the Kembe Mutombo, Tim Duncan. You could play blacktop. You could do whatever with.
That would be amazing.
It makes it fun.
That would be amazing.
So the new NBA game is cool. Just that's why I like it for that purpose. Like I'm not a big NBA person, but you play with the old school players, which is what I really like.
Good deal. Well, I think we've covered pretty much all the sports. I don't know if there's any other sports out there. We got frisbee golf, if you count that as sport.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've had any new games for that.
No.
I know you play that extensively.
Yeah. My brother Gamble.
Yeah, Gamble and Sidearm and a few others.
Yeah.
I do not play that, so yeah, Godfather doesn't even do it in real life, so I'm not doing it on a game. And we can't say what you guys drink because I'm not sponsored by anybody, but it's good times, very good times. But yeah, man, hey, I've had a hell of a time.
It's been a fun time. It's
my
first time being on a podcast.
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, you're my very first. Well, you're my first outside of the crew or the cast guest. So thank you very much.
I would like a plaque.
Oh, you would like a plaque?
Yeah.
I'll give you a plaque. Don't worry about that, brother. But no, it's been very fun. It's been very informative.
Yeah. I could talk sports all day, so it's a good thing he's ending it, or else we'd be talking midnight talking sports.
So, some thoughts, looking ahead, and kind of bouncing around a little bit. So, he reached out to me and he asked me why he hasn't seen something. And if you've watched The Walking Dead, I'm talking about Julio, a.k.a. Santiago Cirillo. And that raunchy-ass dog, 420 Wrinkles. Yeah, I'm talking about that damn dog, Santi. But either way, you asked for it, I'm giving it to you. I'm wearing a shirt. Your negativity will not break me. And then on the back, it says hashtag Hiya Nation. So that's my shameless plug for you, Santi. You some bitch. Keep talking shit on your podcast, Timmy, and I'm going to keep lighting you up. Hey, I love you, man. But I had to put something out there. So, everybody out there, hopefully you've watched Nomad Gamers and you saw what we're going to do next. They are piggybacking off of me. They're going to be starting to talk about Starfield. I don't even know if they've announced that yet. I might have given something up, Smiley. I might have given up the bag. Shh. Don't tell Chungus or Fireball, but I think I just let the cat out of the bag. But that's all right. Whatever. So Tuesday, I'm going to be talking about a brand new game. I don't know which one it is yet. I might get back into Ace Combat. I might. There's a few other things I might end up doing. I can't think of it because I'm actually trying to actively think about it now. Tomorrow night, Friday, it sounds like the Nomad Gamers are going to be playing Mario Kart. And I think we have a solution on how to stream it on here along with our ugly mugs from a distance. And you'll be able to see all three of us gaming it up on 150cc. Smiley.
I can see this from the finger.
Little backstory to that, everybody. Myself and Smiley, we don't live that far apart from each other, and you're probably noticing that he's wearing something very, very similar to what you see Godfather wearing all the time. So I went over to Smiley's house and I was playing Mario Kart. Just a small story. You don't mind, do you, brother?
No, not at all, brother. Go ahead.
So he's telling me how he's decent at Mario Kart. I'm like, all right, I'll bring my controllers, I'll bring my Switch. We'll make this happen. So we go to 150. And 150 for me is like normal. And I am just wiping the floor with Smiley. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Well, we get to talking. Smiley here and his beautiful bride. Yes, another shameless plug, and I'm sure it's probably her watching. But them two play on 50cc, and for me, that's like a snail crawling. So once I figured that out, and we went to 50cc, Smiley was keeping up with me. So, but anyways, I'm talking Tuesday. We're going to be talking about some game. I don't know what we're going to be talking about yet. And then Wednesday, the Nomad Gamers come back at you. Thursday, we're right back here. I might have another guest. I'm in talks with somebody else too. So I might be drinking a beer with someone else. And I know Chungus and Fireball, they're doing something on Mondays, and Fireball races on Wednesdays, and I don't know what the hell they're doing on a Friday. They're doing something though. But anyways, with all of that being said, Smiley, I want to thank you, brother, for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Again, I enjoyed the hell out of it.
I did too. It was a blast.
It was a very good talk, informative. I'm going back to a new game, going back to NHL. I want to see what it's all about.
Love it.
So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, game true, game hard. Always, and I mean always, be you. You're beautiful the way you are, damn it. You run him across a griefer on Call of Duty or any other goddamn game, and he needs blown up, blow the motherfucker up. You agree with that?
Fuck yeah.
Other than that, peace and love. Godfather is out.